Hey everyone, my name is Wyatt with PredIQt AI, and I can't wait to show you guys what we've been working on for almost a year now. So, just a little bit of background. Again, my name is Wyatt. I'm here in Minneapolis getting my master's degree in data analytics, so I have a lot of experience with Python and other analytics tools that we used in the creation of this AI bot. My partner Jack is on the call as well here. He's very well versed in other computer science areas, as well as handling a good chunk of the marketing and business aspect of this as well. So, yeah, thanks guys for watching today. We're going to give you a demo of our AI here in person, something that no other sports betting content creator has done to this date, to my knowledge. If there is, I'd love to see, but we should be first in this regard. So, last fall, Jack and I were placing a lot of tickets using correlation as a strategy. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's combining props on a ticket that are in the same event. So in this example, it's a quarterback and his receiver. Those are not independent outcomes. If the quarterback goes over his line, the odds that the receiver also goes over his line, no longer 50%. From what we've seen, it's anywhere between 60 and 90%. The AI is able to calculate it itself. So we had this idea when ChatGPT came out, like, man, what if we could harness GPT's seemingly infinite reasoning and mathematical ability, combine it with other sports statistics APIs, and essentially create this sports betting super brain that can instantaneously take essentially infinite factors into account, estimate the probability of certain tickets, compare it to the payout, and then give us a huge slate of tickets that if you place all of them and you keep doing that every week, you're going to seriously grow your bankroll. So this is something that we've been testing for a while in various other sports and in other formats of football like the AFL, Canadian football. But yeah, even with the last 2 days of college football, we just wanted to fine tune this and make sure that it's in the best condition possible before we share it with the world. So I believe we're at that point. And just a quick overview of the code to show you guys. This is an exported demo version without any of our API keys or any other intellectual property, just to protect our business and investments. But just to give a quick bird's eye overview of how this works. Initially, it's going to take our OpenAI API key. This is what essentially gives it access to GPT-4o. So if you've used ChatGPT, you can also integrate it into a program using this method. And then by far the most important part of the model is the fact that all of PrizePicks lines are available to the public. api.prizepicks.com/projections. It has all of the lines in the PrizePicks platform in text format, which is huge. Frankly, if you ask me, I have no idea why PrizePicks has this website public, but they do. Today's August 30th. You can see in the bottom right, and you can see up-to-date lines. September 5th, August 26th. This is all current, and you can see there is tons of information. Uh, as a human, you can't possibly sift through all of this information, not to mention all of the contextual information you need, like matchup data, weather data, things like that. And the AI model does take all of that into account here. So beyond when it starts scraping the API PrizePicks projections website, it then takes some of the sports data APIs that we've integrated as well, and using all of that information, it's essentially able to convert all of those lines using its math and statistics knowledge into the best combination of picks, and it's going to give you a slate of tickets every weekend with the maximum chance of probability or of profitability. So yeah, without getting too much into that, I'll just go ahead and show you guys a demo of it working. Great, so now that we're over in our PyCharm development environment, I can go ahead and show you guys the AI at work. Again, I've slightly altered it for the video demo just to avoid it exposing any intellectual property that Jack and I own. But yeah, so here, let's go ahead and generate this week's slate of tickets. So all we got to do is hit play. It's going to go ahead, just like I mentioned earlier, it's going to start scraping the PrizePicks API for the latest data. So we'll go ahead, we'll let it do that. Should only take about 30 to 90 seconds for it to do that, after which it'll start analyzing the lines and constructing them optimally. So yeah, we'll go ahead and wait for this to finish here. Great, now it's processing the data, generating the tickets. Wonderful. So as you can see here, It's got the constructed probability for all the tickets that it's suggesting. So at the top, you can see 12x, 17% chance of occurring. A 12x ticket, in theory, should have somewhere between 6 to 8% chance of occurring. The reason it has such a high relative probability is because of correlation. So if you don't understand how that gives us such an advantage yet, in theory, when you're creating a prize picks ticket, each leg has a 50% chance of occurring. Uh, but Miller Moss, if he hits his passing yard line, 285.5, the odds that Zachariah Branch and Deuce Robinson, his top two receivers, hit their lines, which as a net only represents a little over a third of his passing yard lines, the odds of that are extremely high, like maybe 90%. So anywhere it could be anywhere from 60 to 90% depending on how the offense is constructed and who the receivers and quarterbacks are, but that's what the AI is there to do, is help us find these optimal combinations. It's doing the same thing for LSU, taking the LSU quarterback and the top two receivers for them. Again, a pretty low net percentage of the quarterback's passing yards line results in a very high uh, in, implied probability relative to the payout. So it's doing the same thing here, a little bit lower, but still positive EV play here. A 9x ticket with that's almost one fourth chance of occurring. That is fantastic. We even have an 85x ticket with almost a 10% chance of occurring. That is crazy. Like a ticket like this, in theory, should have about a 1 to 2% chance of occurring. This has an 8.9% chance of occurring, which still is not that much. But again, the name of the game with our strategy here, put the same unit on all of the tickets that the AI gives you. Do not pick and choose. Each ticket still only has like an 8 to 30% chance of hitting. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Put one egg in all the baskets, and you will you will profit. If you flip a coin 100 times and you know there's an 80% chance that it lands on one side, you can bet the same unit one of those 100 times, you will win money. It's the same essence here. If you place 100 tickets that have an 18% chance of occurring in a 12x payout, you can expect to win about 18 times. And if you get a 12x payout 18 times, that's you're over doubling your money by only winning 1/5 of the time. So again, that is a basic explanation of the math behind the AI. We've got another great 9x ticket, 16%, 9x ticket, 17%. See, these are all very disproportionately high probabilities for the payouts that you're getting. So yes, that is the plan. We're going to be running this AI every college football Saturday for the rest of the season. We're already working on an NFL bot and some other sports, so we'll share those plans in the Discord in the future. But yeah, that's a basic overview of how the AI works. It's just taking all this information that we're able to give it, and then it spits out the most optimal tickets. Again, if you're placing one unit on all of them, you are going to profit over the course of the season. Yeah, so that's it for the demo model. That should give you a good understanding of what we're trying to do. But again, it really is not possible without our significant investments of time and money into this. So ultimately, that's what we're looking to do, is create a community around this, allow us to subsist the maintenance of the model and the community, and then in return we offer extremely high powered AI capabilities in the realm of sports betting for a very fair price. That's our goal, and we're looking to really take this to the moon, add on a bunch of different sports, grow the community as much as we can. And yeah, all we ask in return is that you spread the word for us. We'll eventually have to start charging a little bit for access to the VIP picks, just because it costs so much for us to keep this running and for us to grow this down the line into something even bigger and better and more refined. But for now, again, if you just tell people about it, that's all we ask in return for joining for free. So thanks again for your continued support for PredIQt, and really, it means the world to us.